Alright, so we're back on some Skronk Saturday action, more gameplay videos, playing Gundam versus, is that the full name of this? Can I go back? No, we'll just call it Gundam versus. I think it's called something else, Gundam Extreme versus on the Japanese side of things. But for those that don't know, this was a Japanese exclusive for quite some time, honestly. This game has been out for a long time. Not only this game, there's been other Gundam video games that's been out over there. The reason why this is such a big deal is because there are some North American fans of the Gundam series, me being one of them. I like mechs. I love mechs. I honestly can't explain that. Like, I seriously can't form that into words right now. I've always liked mechs. It's just one of those things where it's just like the only explanation of it is it's what I fucking like. And so I've been watching since like Gundam Wing. I don't know if any of you know about the Gundam, but I've been watching since Gundam Wing. I watched like the Gundam Wing movie Endless Waltz. My favorite, I had a couple of favorite Gundams that were in there. Like of course I love Wing Gundam Zero, Death Scythe, Epion. Those were some of my favorites. They had more Gundam. Y'all can see on the list. I'll show y'all. Hold on. Like, there's a shit ton of Gundam series, but the only one that I really got into was I got a little bit into these series, these two, and then or this one series. They go by series on here. So I got a little bit into this one. And then around in my era of things, there was Gundam Wing, which was one of my fucking favorites. So I think I can honestly say that's the only one that I've got into. Other than that, it's not the fact that Gundam got boring. Like, fighting in giant mechs will never get fucking boring. I mean, hell, I love Armored Core, for crying the fuck out loud. But no, for some reason I stopped. I think it's because it stopped coming on Toonami. After a certain amount of period, they stopped showing these shows on Toonami. So yeah, I guess it's just access to it what prevented me. So yeah, man, we're gonna change up the vibes and do some Skronk Saturday and Gundam versus. We gotta play something else. I was not like, I wanted to play Injustice tonight, but I was not feeling Injustice. I really was. Like, after a while. I just was not feeling it, and it's not because I was getting my ass kicked. I usually get fucked. Actually, I get fucked up quite a bit in Injustice. I really wasn't feeling this shit. So we're gonna do something else. See if this changes up the goddamn mood in here. We'll do some casual matches, and we'll do one-on-one for now. I played a little bit of this earlier today, and all I have to say is this. Whoa, no, hold on, go back. Fuck that. This is not the mobile suit that I want to be. Alright. Hello? Okay, the screen's stuck for some reason. While we're waiting on that to load, I played a little bit of this earlier today. Okay, there it is. And all I have to say about this game is fun for anybody that likes the Gundam series. I'm talking die-hard fans, because other than that, I can honestly say with all of my love for Gundam, and I have some true love, I really can't explain this shit. I got true love for like giant fucking mechs and anime, all the anime super anime shit associated with it, right? But this game would not be fun if it weren't for that. When it comes to controls and everything, and just gameplay style, period, it's kind of basic. And I say that because I don't know if you guys play a lot of mech games out there, but I really love Armored Core as a video game, and there's a lot of reason. For those that don't know, that game comes from Software, the people responsible for Dark Souls and Bloodborne. And if you love those fucking games, you can understand my love for Armored Core. I mean, that I really do love that series. That's like an underrated series. It's kind of sad, but anyway, the reason why I say this game wouldn't be fun without the Gundams in it is because this game, compared to the mech games that I've played in the past before, this game is pretty fucking basic. It really is basic. The only reason, only reason I would buy it in the future is for the fact of playing with the Gundams. That's it. Let's see if I remember how to do everything. As far as like what can you compare it to gameplay wise, I know there are other anime games out there that are like this. I guess you can call this a brawler. It's not really a fighter, I guess. If you'd compare this to like that's what I compared it to earlier, Dissidia. If you played the Dissidia beta or the Dissidia game period, not the one on PSP, the one that's out for give me a second. And I'm not gonna call this game easy. It's not the fact that this game is easy at all. No, it's not. It takes skill. That's one thing I will not front on is sitting here saying, "Oh, this game's easy as shit." No, that's not why. As you can see, I just got my ass whooped. The controls are basic, and how to play the game is basic. I compare the controls. First, let me go back to the gameplay. The gameplay is compared to Final Fantasy Dissidia NT, the one that's coming out for the PlayStation, or the one that's out in arcades in Japan, the one that's coming out for the PlayStation 4. It could be compared to that. If you like that, then you'll like this type of game. If you don't like Gundams and you just want to find another game like that. As far as controls, I would compare it to something like Naruto. If you learn the basic controls, you can pretty much almost, because some characters have different moves, just like in Naruto. But I'm talking about the Storm series. But it's almost like that in terms of controls and shit like that. But I was sitting here earlier this morning, like way earlier than fucking morning, just like I was reminiscing. I was like, God damn, like I dreamed of playing a Gundam game like this. I know there's like the Dynasty Warriors Gundams, but even though that those had the Gundam series in it and everything, I can't get into any of the Gundam not Gundam Warriors. I guess that's what you would call it, the Dungeon Warrior type games. I don't know. I feel like I get my fix of that when I play something like I'll call them the combo mashers. I get my fix of that when I play something like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta or whatever. But something like this is I don't know, something I feel like as a kid back then I would have wanted out of a Gundam game. But at the same time, I feel like this could be so much more, given the fact that this is produced by Bandai Namco. I think Armored Core is produced by Bandai as well. And compared to Armored Core, this is horrible. Even compared to Armored Core Verdict Day, which, in my opinion, if you follow that series, is a watered down version of the Armored Core series. But no, it was just fun. Definitely fun reminiscing off the series and playing as the characters I remember. Now, truth be fucking told, I remember absolutely nothing about the Gundam Wing series in terms of story. And that's because the story was actually kind of complicated. And if y'all, I guess as y'all call it, for all you weebs out there, if y'all know anything about a lot of the anime stories, they're very, they can be very adult-like in their approach. And back then, of course, as a kid, all I cared about was the action and shit like that and how cool it fucking looked. I didn't give a shit about the story. But that would be something I would want to collect one day, is to have go back and not get all the rest of the shit that's out, because I honestly don't care anymore about the story series. But if I would go back, I would definitely get the Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing series. Yeah, in terms of netcode, I have to say, out of all the games I've played, minus I was about to say minus Injustice. I think out of all the games I've played, this has the best netcode so far. I think I can confidently say that. I haven't been waiting in, as y'all can see, I haven't been waiting in the rooms for that long. Matchmaking doesn't take long, and I've only had at least 2 matches where the connection was pretty fucked, and so far it's been consistent, which it's been fucking good. So like right now it's pretty fucked as far as the connection, but that's usually not like this. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Matches go by pretty fast, and that's mostly because it's supposed to be a team player. Give me a second. He's whooping my ass. Yeah, it's supposed to be a team player. That's the thing about these types of games. I was watching streams of the NT demo being played, and I'm just gonna let this one play out. This connection is horrible. On these type of games, when the connection's like that, I don't even fucking bother. If it's that goddamn choppy, I'm just gonna sit, let them do their thing, and I'll talk. But I was watching the NT streams or whatever, and those were they go by even with the team, the 3v3, they go by pretty goddamn fast. So that would be a downside if you would ask for a downside to these games, is that they go by pretty damn fast, too fast in my opinion. So actually, speaking of which, I'm gonna try a 3v3. I've been playing 1v1 all day, so I'm gonna try the 3v3. But there was initial hype when I got this game, of course. Once again, the fucking Gundams. But now that I've played it more, that was the first thing I thought when I played it, and then I turned the game off. I was like, I'm not gonna front on this game. It's fun, but if it weren't for the Gundams, this game would be boring as shit. It would be bland as shit. I promise y'all, compared to Armored Core, I have to play that game on this channel. Honestly, don't understand how I haven't played those games on this channel. Like, if people talk about like their top 5 games, if I had to name a top 5 game or a top 5 series that I've ever played in my entire life, it would be Armored Core. For answer. That is the name of the game. Armored Core 4. For answer. And what's funny is that it comes from the people who made Bloodborne. Oh god, this is the worst connection I've had all day. Hold on. Yeah, this is the worst connection I've had all day. I probably, yeah. If I let this one ride. Yeah, this is the worst one I've had all day. God damn it. But yeah, the funny thing about Armored Core is it's made by the guys from Software, which is funny because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When I had a friend in college. I had a buddy in college who honestly introduced me to Dark Souls 1 around the time it first came out. He said his grandmother got it to him for Christmas. And when he played it, and I seen how hard it was, or I seen how difficult he was struggling, I avoided that game because I was like, if you're fucking struggling and raging the fuck out, he told me how he was raging and doing all kind of shit, getting pissed at the game. I was like, if you're fucking raging, what the fuck makes you think I'm gonna want to play this shit. So I avoided it for so long, not realizing it's the same fucking company who and the same team that made Armored Core. And those games are goddamn difficult. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be a thing. If there's any game I need to play before anything else on this channel, is fucking Armored Core. I don't see how I haven't played that. If there's anything I'm ashamed of in life, is that fact. Knowing that I'm probably one of the biggest fans of those series. I'll promote those series until the end of the goddamn time, and I've never played it on this channel. And it's so damn underrated. That's the thing about it. It is so underrated. I think it's because of the mech aspect. I don't know, but besides like a small cult, actually, other than myself, I can honestly say I don't know anybody else that I personally know that likes like anime type mech, like just like giant mechs versus other giant mechs, as much as I do. I never have known, so I mean that could explain why. It has a huge, it has many games in its series. It has a fucking anthology of games spanning from the PlayStation 1 all the way up until PS3 and Xbox 360. So it has a huge following, but outside of Japan, it is rarely talked about. I've never seen a commercial in America for it. I've never seen promotion at like E3s or any of that. I swear, like that game is the shit, especially if you play the best one. Like I said, For Answer. If there's any game, people were talking about how like they're trying to figure out what was the next game that Miyazaki and the team from Software was going to make. And if there's any game I would like to see them bring back the right way, not the whatever the hell Verdict Day was. Like, if you go back to the like where the peak was at For Answer, bring Armored Core back on the newer series, and it will look fucking beautiful, and you can have that shit on VR. That would blow my mind. I would play that game over and over until my fucking fingers fell off. That would be the shit. I would love to see that. Okay, so I'm thinking 3v3 might not be the best way to play, because this is the worst the connection's been. All this morning I had some pretty good matches, even whether I was getting bopped or not. Okay, connection's pretty steady right now. Yeah, Epion's definitely my favorite. Well, obviously he's my favorite Gundam, but he's been my favorite mobile suit to play as in this game so far. Yeah, so yeah, the matches are over so fast. I don't know. Even now, looking at Final Fantasy NT, I really don't know if I'm too much of a fan of these like I don't know what to call these. I guess these brawler type games like this and Final Fantasy NT. It's just the matches are over fast. The gameplay is, I don't know, and that's the thing that backs it up on these games, is the fact that there's characters implemented, or there's stories and series implemented inside of these games from series that people like, with NT being Final Fantasy. Everybody wants to play as their favorite Final Fantasy character in a brawler game. And Gundam, people who love Gundam series want to play as their favorite Gundams and shit like that. But other than that, I don't know. You just feel like just playing this, and I can kind of see what they were talking about when they were playing NT on stream. It feels like something is missing almost from these type of games. Maybe more health, longer battle time. And you can't say or pose an argument, well, the game isn't out yet, it's not finished. No, this shit's been out in Japan. We're just getting it specially ported to Americas. Finally, somebody got the okay and was like, all right, go ahead. So it's not that the game is done, it's done. So is NT. It's just that there's a special something missing. Oh shit. Fuck. God damn it. And see, there's a special type of high you get from it. I don't know. Maybe I have to play it for a little bit more. Or no, that's not gonna fix it. No, that's not gonna fix it. I think the high I'm getting, the high I know for a fact, I can explain it. The high I'm getting is because I like giant mechs and I fucking love Gundam. That's the high I'm getting from the game, but I can still play it and love it and still realize there is something missing when you play these types of games. Is it something that I want to cop in the future? Hell yes, because I will not get tired of saying I fucking love Gundam. Gundams, giant mechs, and all that type of shit. Just like NT, I love Final Fantasy, I love Square Enix and the games that they produce. They produce some good shit. Those are games to get, but I don't know. I really can't put my finger on it, but who knows? I'm not gonna worry about it too much now. I'm gonna fucking play. I'm happy I get a chance to play the demo. And then that's another thing. I'm just playing this all morning. I was like, fuck, man. I need to play Armored Core. And I have Verdict Day. It's just that as soon as I popped Verdict Day in, I realized off the bat, I was like, this is not the same shit that was in the previous 3 games. It's hella different. The graphics are, compared to the previous games, the graphics are off. The gameplay is not the same. So my mission, fuck every other game that's out right now and shit like that. My mission is to try and acquire at least Armored Core 4 Answer, an Armored Core 4, and play it on this channel. That's a must. When you got time to sit and think, like, you realize what fucking types of games you like playing, or what are your favorites. And that, out of all the games I ever played in life, that is a fucking must. I would recommend that to anybody. I don't give a fuck what your preference is. That game is the shit, especially if you love challenging. If you love games like Bloodborne, Just imagine that. Just imagine playing a game like Bloodborne, except it had Gundam-esque characters in it, and mechs and pilots. And you get to customize your shit. You get add color, add different weapons, a pantheon of fucking weapons, a plethora of goddamn customizable. Oh man, just talking about this shit gets me excited. That is a mission for me. I promise y'all. I'm not bullshitting. That game is the shit. If like I was one of those YouTubers that would dedicate their channel to anything, if I had a choice, now that I think about it, I would be a Armored Core Let's Player, and mostly because I really don't see anybody playing that game online. I never have. I mean, of course I see the walkthroughs and shit like that, but once again, that's not for some reason, it's not a popular game here in America. And if it is, it's a small cult following, I promise. It's not something you would go to E3 or the Comic Cons or Dragon Cons or any of the Evos or shit like that, and you would hear about, hey, Armored Core, and people would be like, fuck yeah. Usually it's like, hey, Armored Core, and people would be like, who? But when you tell them, oh, From Software at Dark Souls, Bloodborne, they're like, fuck, that's them? Yeah. And for a Gundam game, the graphics definitely look cool. The graphics, that is the thing. The graphics look cool. Look like something I would imagine if I were to play a Gundam game back in the day as like a kid. Like that's for Mobile Suit Gundam and shit like that. But trying to see what else. The music is okay. It definitely makes you feel like you're inside of a Gundam game. Another thing that was cool was that I recognized at least a lot of the Japanese voice artists for the older characters. They brought some of them back. I highly doubt they'd get any of the American voice actors, especially for like Gundam Wing and shit like that. I don't even know if those people still do voice work. But if I had a request for this game so far, it would be that, just to bring back the original voice actors for Gundam Wing. Okay, so far 3v3, the connection has been shit compared to this morning. And that beats everything I just said about it having a decent netcode. Now you can't lie, the matchmaking is quick, but the connection is doo-doo.
God damn, I'm getting sliced up. God, this connection is fucking horrible. Oh my goodness. And so far in the demo, there's no tutorial. There's no options to like, for network settings or anything like that. It's honestly, it really is a plug and play. Either somebody rage quit or that's just the connection in general. Yeah. So let's try 2v2. We'll try that.